What if a machine told you how to become a millionaire? Not through luck, not through investing, but by designing your entire daily routine. That's the question I asked ChatGPT. And for the last 7 days, I've followed its exact plan. No editing, no skipping, just full obedience to an artificial intelligence that promised to simulate the habits, mindset, and systems of high-performing millionaires. The prompt was simple. Design a 7-day routine that mirrors the daily life structure of successful millionaires, focused on time leverage, productivity, health, and emotional discipline. Make it realistic. I'll follow everything. The response I got? A masterfully organized schedule broken into micro blocks. The AI gave me everything from wake-up time to mental models to how to respond to decision fatigue. I printed it, taped it to my wall, and hit start the next morning. Day 1 began with a 5:30 a.m. wake-up. No snooze, no scroll. The AI said, millionaires win the morning. So I was to drink 500 milliliters of water, journal my top 3 outcomes for the day, and do 30 minutes of light cardio. I usually wake up at 8 a.m. This already felt like jet lag, but I did it. By 7 o'clock, I was already 2 hours ahead of my usual pace. That was strange, almost unsettling, like I'd stepped into someone else's life. Then came deep work block 1. No distractions, no phone. 90 minutes of focused creation. I worked on a personal project I'd been delaying for months, and by 8:45, I'd made more progress than I had in 2 weeks. The AI structured every part of the day with intention, meal timing, mental resets, even 5-minute decision defrag moments where I was told to step away and re-ask, is what I'm doing aligned with my long-term leverage? It wasn't glamorous, but it felt engineered. By day 3, I noticed something strange. My sense of time had changed. Because I wasn't reacting, I was executing. The AI had me batch all digital inputs to 1 hour at 4 p.m. That meant no checking email or social media until the day's core outcomes were finished. The result? Silence. Long stretches of it, which was both liberating and terrifying. It forced me to face the work without dopamine distractions. No quick hits, just effort. The biggest mental shift happened on day 4. The routine included a morning mental model drill. That day's theme? Inversion. Instead of asking how to succeed, the AI said, ask how to fail. Then avoid that. I wrote, get distracted, avoid hard work, let fear decide. Those notes stared at me all day. I couldn't unsee them. On day 5, the fatigue hit. Not physical, mental. The constant discipline, the early hours, the high intent. It wore me down. I wanted to skip the workout, delay the journaling, pretend one unfocused hour wouldn't matter. But the AI had anticipated this. The routine included something called the dip block, a 30-minute reset where I had to do something deeply enjoyable but non-digital. I chose sketching. Badly. But the silence helped. I returned sharper. By day 6, something clicked. My mind felt cleaner, not in a motivational sense, but in bandwidth. I wasn't making as many micro-decisions. I didn't have to choose when to do deep work, or when to eat, or how to wind down. It was all baked in. I began noticing how often I had wasted time in the past, scrolling, overthinking, multitasking. The AI's structure removed friction I didn't even know was costing me. And that night, while journaling, I realized wealth isn't just about money. It's about ownership, of time, of energy, of attention. For 6 days, I'd been living like someone who values each minute like gold. On the final day, the AI gave me a reflective challenge. Write a letter from your future self. 5 years wealthier, wiser, and calmer. I wrote things I didn't expect. That the version of me who succeeds doesn't work harder. He works clearer. He protects his time. He's ruthless with his inputs, but gentle with his mind. And when I read that letter back, I didn't just feel motivated. I felt recalibrated. So, Did the AI make me a millionaire? Not yet, but it made me think like one, move like one, prioritize like one. And in a world that's increasingly noisy, chaotic, and urgent, having a machine remind you what matters, when to work and when to rest, it felt less robotic and more like the structure I'd always needed. If you're curious about what happened when I asked AI to fix my mental health instead of my money, you can watch that next.